Deborah, you are never satisfied. That is a phrase that I heard over and over and over. And I used to think, exactly what does that mean? Does that mean that I am supposed to fit nice and neat in a little compartment and be satisfied with everything that everybody throws my way? Does it mean that I'm supposed to do what somebody else wants me to do without regard to what it is I want to do and what I want to be? Often, the problem with never being satisfied is that the successes and the opportunities can't come fast enough. The other problem with that is when you're a teenager, being free and grabbing the dream and catching all the success and the opportunities and the fun is not really time for that. At the time, I wanted to break free and I wanted to chase dreams. The problem with being a teenager and wanting those things, as teenagers are so ill-equipped to be able to handle the success and the opportunities as they come. I was raised in a strict Christian household, saved and baptized when I was 4 years old, and was at church every time the church doors were open. I knew that God had a call on my life at that point, and I knew that music would be a huge part of that. I sang almost every Sunday, and on the Sundays when I didn't get to sing, I so boldly asked the pastor, why not? Why didn't you call me to sing today? I just knew that there were big things out there just for me. I knew that Billy Graham was going to call me at any moment to sing at his church. I knew that God had something big for me outside that little Baptist church where I grew up. Another thing about the Christian household that I grew up in is what Daddy said went, no questions. And one of my problems was that I always had questions. I wanted to know why and how and what else is there and why not and why can't we do it this way? Believe me, breaking free and chasing dreams was not on the approved activities list of our household. As the teenage years came, I really began to feel those constraints. I wanted it now. I wanted it more. I wanted it bigger. I wanted to break free and chase those dreams. But this is what happened. After a period of rebellion, dropping out of school, bad relationships, just all sorts of things that could have been a setback in my life, the light came on, literally, because I had underpaying jobs and so many times there wasn't enough resources to make sure that the light stayed on, if you know what I mean. I was everything that I didn't want to be. I was unsuccessful. I felt unloved. I felt unworthy. So the part of the whole God story is this. When you get to that point and you say, okay, God, I know that there is more for me than what I have right now. In terms of spiritual growth, in terms of success in the mainstream world, in terms of everything. It was time for a new strategy. And the strategy was to be still and let God do in my life what He had planned all along, because He knows the plans He has, the plans to prosper and not harm. But the thing about that is, it's in God's timing, not my own, because had it been my own, it would have been a long time ago. The strategy boiled down to being what God wanted me to be, at the place He wanted me to be, doing what He wanted me to do. His plan was revealed in the perfect time, at the perfect place, and in the perfect season, and I was equipped to handle it at that time. The expansive, omnipotent God that we serve planted in my heart a long time ago to be about music, to be about helping other people through speaking and financial management. It is our duty to use and to share and to expand the blessings that we've been given for the benefit of other people. The blessings are not just for us, but for us to go and share with other people. So the answer to the question is, am I satisfied? The answer is still no, because there's so much left to do. God's work is a never-ending thing. While we are here on earth, it is our job to make sure that everybody we know and people we don't know find out about Him. We are not shown the light for us to put it under a bushel, but rather to put it on a stand so that those in our household, in our communities, and in the world can see what God is all about and what God has done in our lives. We are His messengers. We are His disciples. We are His Facebook. And you know what? He is my everything.